Welcome back to What's Love Jax. I'm Alicia.
And I'm Adri.
And we are on episode 5.
Hi.
But be sure you check out all the other episodes that we do have on the channel just in case you missed it.
And this week we interviewed a couple named Devin and Wesley. They're an LGBTQ couple and we talked about sexuality.
So be sure you let us know what you think and stay tuned.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so thanks guys for being a part of What's Love Jax. We really appreciate it. So we're gonna get started with you guys' names, where you're from, how old are you?
Okay. My name is Devin. I'm from Jacksonville and I am 25 years old.
I'm Cyrus and I'm 26 and I'm from Windsor, Ontario, Canada.
Oh wow.
I knew Adri was gonna be like, oh!
Yeah, that's cool. He's from Canada.
Okay, so tell us briefly about yourself.
Okay. I am a graduate of media communications. I do a lot of creative work, productive assistant work with a photographer friend of mine. And my 9 to 5 is HR work. And that's mainly my gig right now.
I went to Roosevelt University in Chicago, where I did undergrad, and I found a good job and also in HR. I decided to move to Florida, and now I am in love. But I am very happy now. I spend my time playing video games and building my future with as far as my life goes.
Oh, okay, that's good. Okay, so describe your relationship to us. Like, what's your relationship status and how long have you guys been together and where did you meet?
Okay, well, we met through a friend, a coworker.
At work.
At work. We worked in the same building, different companies. We've been together for a year and some change now. Our relationship status is strong. It's ever growing, so I'm excited. What do you think?
Yeah, we're strong. He kind of took everything I wanted to say, basically. But yeah, we met at work through a mutual coworker. What was funny about it was people were saying that we looked alike, and they were getting us confused at work, and they were calling me Devin, and they were calling him me. And I was like, I don't know who this person is. You got the wrong person.
Right.
And then everyone kept saying, well, you gotta meet each other. You gotta meet each other. Like, how come you have never met each other? And so one day it was just like, all right, like, okay, well, you know, give him my number then if you see him. And things kind of connected.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's cute.
That's like goals.
Yeah, that's like taking a chance, I feel like. You know?
Yeah.
Give him
It definitely
Yeah, because what if he didn't pass him your number?
Yeah.
And I wasn't really trying to give the time of day because I was doing different things, and he was persistent and forthcoming, and I was like, okay, this guy really knows. He knows what he wants. Let me, you know. Yeah.
Okay, so what's your favorite things about your partner and your relationship?
My favorite things.
Favorite things.
Okay.
You can have more than one list shortened.
A short list. Okay. He's. Are you was gonna take me?
Oh, I already know.
Okay. Right. He is very fine. Like, I'm just always attracted to him and everything he does. His sense of humor, it always just, it entangles me, literally. And and then his spirituality. I really love that, you know, his faith. When I'm feeling low, like, he brings me closer to God. I feel like he'll be that one to like he is that one to kind of like pull us up or look on the positive when I'm like, fuck this shit, like over it. And yeah, I like that.
Oh, I love that.
I think what I love about Devin is the security that we have. I don't have any trust issues. He allows me to be who I am unapologetically, and he lets me through it all, and he only wants to see me happy and wants me happy. So I feel like when people say like, you that you met your other half or whatnot, but I feel like we are definitely like, he definitely fits all those other things that I don't have, and those are things that I'm very attracted to him. Like I know I'm a very strong and bold person, and he can not be that type of person at times, and it's definitely the water to my fire.
Aww, I love that. I love how they describe. They're so descriptive. I feel like compared to our other.
Goals. My heart. Okay, so I think it's pretty obvious that you guys are like same-sex couples. So we do want to shed light on how important it is for someone to be comfortable with their sexuality. So what do you guys think about it itself? Like making sure you're comfortable with your sexuality, how important is that?
When I feel about my sexuality, it's really about loving somebody. My sexuality is I like humans, I guess you could say. I'm not very specific to a specific gender or whatnot, but I know what love is, and what I have with Devin is I just love him through and through, and I know I'm in love with him because I look beyond myself and look onto him, and so when I want to express my love to the person who I'm in love with, I don't want to hide it. I don't want to, veil it. I want to be able to be fluid with it. I want to be able to hold his hand wherever, hug him, kiss him, show exactly how I feel, express myself in any way, in any environment with him, and I'm allowed to do that with him. And when it comes to my sexuality and how important it is to live it or be in it and display it or how you would put it, it's very important because I don't want to care what anybody else sees or thinks or opinion is on it. I want to be able to do however I feel, respectfully in public.
I agree. That was well spoken. Sexuality, it's important because it's a facet of who you are. And I feel like it's important to understand that it's a spectrum. There's things there where people may be questioning, queer, whatever the case, and those spaces that they occupy are okay as well. It's always in finding what works for you.
Definitely. I think that's definitely important, finding what works for you and being able to like live your own life and not worry about anything. So I definitely think that's important.
I mean, who wants to be worried about what other people think all the damn time?
That just takes everything from it.
So why do you guys think that talking about sex and sexuality is so stigmatized today? Like, for example, like WAP, like the criticism surrounding like the WAP lyrics and sexuality, sexual lyrics.
Them lyrics was hot. Hot.
I just don't think the world is ready, or maybe America is just is more conservative, if you will. And I know me and Devin talk about our how would you say it, our fluidity or our acceptance of human body. And I told him that, when I see a naked body, that's all I see. What it is just simply a naked body. I'm not hottie eyes or like, oh my God, like, what I'm saying? Right. So, but I know he feels indifferently, so.
I do. And we spoke on it before, but I think it was specifically about the WAP song. This was funny, but there is something within America that oversexualizes bodies, and it puts it on display in every different facet of media. And I don't necessarily believe that that's something that should happen. I do understand artistry and creative content is freedom, but how we manipulate it really determines what we perceive and what our children look at and what everybody looks at, and what we omit, what we put out. So then we now go into full circle of seeing what we are, and then we now whop in, make it drop, make it pop, TikTok all over, and it's because we seen that it was accepted.
Yeah. I definitely understand that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now we just kind of play a game like who knows each other best. So normally we do 5 questions, but today we're gonna do 3. And we're gonna ask the questions normally the couples kind of ask each other.
Yeah, they
so
kinda
they
give
give us,
their own
they kind of give us their own thing. But if you normally get it wrong, you take a shot. I don't have my liquor with me.
Oh.
But somebody would have took a shot that's looking here. So we're just gonna ask like random questions. So Cyrus, what's Devin's favorite color?
Green.
What's your favorite?
Green.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. You can ask Devin what color.
Okay, well, what's Cyrus's favorite color?
Green.
Y'all have the same favorite
I know,
color?
right? That's like what?
Okay, so
that's not
somebody
what
Green and find some juice.
Somebody
feel like
favorite green, like
But I feel like mine is more like an aquamarine type
Green.
of like, you know, like
olive. You just like green, like money green.
I like green.
Green.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a second favorite color.
I
You
like
know,
all.
it's like a baby crystal blue type.
Baby
you know,
crystal
but
blue.
I like all green.
Oh, okay. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
Usually people have
Let's
like
just
a
get
one
it.
specific green that they
Right.
like. Like for me, it's like olive green, but
I'm not against the greens, you know, because when you put greens together, even they'll always be, you know.
yeah.
It's true.
Look at the plate behind you.
I'm not-
All the
It
different
has
greens.
been, yeah. It's been.
Oh. I guess it do kind of pop. Yeah.
Because of the other greens.
I'm missing it. Okay.
Ooh, what do you think about this question?
The top one?
Yeah, like so.
Okay,
Yeah.
What is it?
So, what's your favorite way to spend it?
So Cyrus, what's Devin's favorite way to spend his day off?
Under me.
He's right, but it's like not necessarily. You know, I want to spend it with him because you know I love him, and I'm a Taurus type of homebody person. So if I'm like cooking, cleaning, just you know feeling comfortable in my day off, that's like my day off. Hello.
Oh my God, I can't. So Cyrus is completely right. You just trying to mask it. That's what happened.
And there's layers to it. That's what it was. So,
All right.
moving right.
Alright.
Okay.
So, should I ask just
You
a
can.
question? Okay. So, Devin, what's Cyrus's favorite way to spend his day off?
I know it's not big. It better not. Y'all
No,
better
it's
say.
not. It's not. But I feel like it would be going to sit and relax either by the pool or by the bar, see his friends, you know, get something clean or washed, and then come back, eat something good, you know.
He is absolutely correct. I love to be productive in my day, but at the same time, I like to get as much productivity as I do as relaxation. So I gotta be able to relax and not to be like, okay, I done got it good, you know. Yeah. Now I'm gonna go pay some bills and do this and that so I can feel good about what I did.
Okay, so Cyrus, what's Devin's favorite ice cream topping?
He knows I hate toppings on my ice cream. Absolutely no
Yeah.
toppings on my ice cream. Okay? But for him, it's covered with stuff.
So any and everything.
I haven't seen that one specific thing that's what's been on there. But I'm gonna go with a candy. And I'm just gonna say candy. Keep it broad.
I think he's wrong. He's wrong.
Okay.
It wouldn't be candy. It would be something like more
Nutty.
sweet and salty, yeah, nutty. So like chocolate covered
Well, he did know.
potato chips, or I mean, it's something that's more decadent. But he's on that path.
He has told me this before. His favorite ice cream. Now if y'all would ask that.
You gotta check out. You gotta check out.
What's one place that Cyrus has on his travel bucket list?
Las Vegas.
Been there and done that.
Okay, but we're going though. She said on your travel list, not never before.
Travel bucket list.
Okay, that's fair. Travel bucket list. That's hard. I'm just gonna say, but I know it's like, well, it's from Greece. I feel.
That's okay. I don't know neither. I have no real big interest on traveling outside of the continent. He knows that, but he does, and I'm willing to go where he wants to go. So I'm a little. Whew, I don't know what's gonna happen.
I feel that way too. Like I have to travel with somebody or like in a group or something.
Yeah. I need everything planned out.
Okay, well, I would say that you guys kind of both really know each other, and that's a really good thing. But sometimes you really want to trip your partner up, though, see if he, you know, paying attention, you know?
That's for sure.
Give me a good reason to get mad. Let me stop. So, we normally ask, like, this question to, like, every couple, really. But how did you know that they were the one? So how did you know that Cyrus was the one, and Cyrus, how did you know that Devin was the one?
That's a loaded question.
Well, from what we have, I can tell you one fond memory that I'll never forget is when we met each other. Devin had called me because I was waiting for him to let me know when we could have our first date. I've been, trying to find out when we can have this first date of ours, but he was in the middle of a move. And he needed help one day. Out of the blue, he calls me. I'm thinking he's calling me back for the date. But he's calling me back to ask for some help moving. So I'm instantly like, well, I've been trying to see him. So hell yeah, I'm going to come help you. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I put on a little fresh little moving fit.
Were you trying to see if he was
No.
Were you trying to play
Let me
like...
clarify. It was like literally the universe had made everything else fail for me to have to be like, I need somebody. I needed his help, and it was
meant to be.
So I go over there, right, and I get out the car, and as soon as we make eye contact with one another, I don't know what happened because I was so in a daze. It felt like the moment lasted like forever. All I know is he was in pain.
Because I was coming out of the garage and I was closing the garage door and I turned around and girl, I was like, okay, like he look good, and as the garage is coming down, my finger is in the garage door. So I smashed my finger in the garage door and I'm just like, like mad loud, like so loud. Like
that's
so embarrassing.
Y'all hadn't even went on your first date yet or nothing.
Girl, and I'm already making them scream. Okay. Within the first 5 seconds, I eye contact, and that's how I knew
that he was the one.
I was like, I will never forget when we first met. I was like, because I was just so. I didn't even know what the hell. I ain't hear no garage going down. Okay. No, I was asphyxiated, so. And then I heard the scream, and I was like, okay, what happened?
So, how did you
know? How did I know?
Yeah, how did you know? It gotta be after him still wanting to talk to you after you screamed so loud.
No. How did I know? That's a loaded question. Because I feel like I find like an answer every day of how I know like. But one of the most profound things is that same day, or at least it was the 7th. I feel like it was our first date would be 3 years and 3 days after my mom passed away. So I always felt like that was like just a trippy thing that. Yeah, like, okay, let me rock with this, Yeah.
Like a higher...
Yeah.
I feel that.
Oh, gosh.
All right.
Oh, you cry. I think you didn't tell me that part for a reason. Yeah. So we also go over love languages that you guys have. So Adri actually does it best with explaining it, but we ask you guys, what is your love language, or do you know your love language?
They're actually fairly similar. It's odd. We took the 5 love language test, yes. Okay. And I was like, we specifically did it apart from each other. So I'm like, you know, I don't want to know his answer. I don't want to know his And then we come together and I'm like, you had to have looked at my answers because like they were very similar numbers. So I was like, okay.
Okay, so what would you say your love language is?
I don't remember that context. Do you have the
actual love languages?
Because I know it's like receiving gifts and such and such.
There's acts of service. There's words of affirmation. There's quality time.
That was like how.
Yeah, there's receiving gifts.
That was his number 1.
And then I'm trying to remember what the last one is. 1 second.
He has receiving gifts, quality time, and acts of service.
Definitely acts of service.
Isn't that what I felt yours?
Yeah. I mean, I don't remember, but that sounds
physical touch is one as well.
Yeah, I feel like
No, you had the 3 I just named.
Yeah,
and then I had acts of service, gifts, and physical touch.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a gift person.
So have you ever like had to like change the way you show love to kind of like, you know what I mean, like get on the same page with your partner?
Absolutely.
I am not a TV watcher at all. He is TV always catching up, know all the shows, and I have grown to watch TV.
I don't play video games.
That's what I was gonna say next was I will turn off what I'm doing basically to make sure I'm
engaged,
actively engaged.
But I will also play video games now.
He will.
Okay, I'm gonna say give my props. I will get the controller and play video games. So, and I rock with some of them. So, you know.
See, I think that's what it's all about. I think that like sometimes people in relationships, you want to normalize that like I do this and you do this, but it's not like a come together. Like you guys try to find a way to like it together. It's like everything's so separate.
Yeah, people kind of forget to adopt, you know, the other. Like, you know what I mean? They're so caught up in the way they give love and they show, you know, that they show love that, you know, that they don't think about, I guess, the fact that it's not translating. You know what I mean? Like they don't appreciate it because that's not the way that, you know, they're used to, I guess, receiving love, if that makes sense.
Gotta think and love beyond yourself.
Yeah.
Onto them, because not even just video games and TV, but like even in the kitchen. And it's a learning, you know, if you're going through life and you know, you have hard times, whatever. It takes time, the relationships you go through in the past, just to develop who you are as a person. Because, like, I know I want to be everything for him, and I may not be everything for him now, but I want to be. And you know what I'm saying? I want to make sure I'm working always on being a better person for myself, for him. So basically, I was getting to the kitchen. I'm not a cooker, okay, and I would consider myself a level 1 cook. If there was a level 0, I would be a level 0, okay? But I am trying my best to, you know, keen in on doing things in the kitchen for him, and because I know I don't, but I want to be able to. In those times when he can, or when I can do things like that for him, I know to make him happy. If I cook a meal or bring him breakfast, or wash the dishes and things, or just keep the kitchen clean. If you don't cook in the kitchen, at least clean that bitch.
Yeah, at least
down. Like clean the bitch down.
At least put some groceries inside. You know, person that can't cook. Yeah.
But clean it down, mop the floors and everything, clean the cabinets.
I would definitely say that I feel like in relationships that like one person like wants to make sure that they're like that person for their spouse. So I don't think that it's like explained how important it is to make sure you as well are giving that same love. Like
that's true, and we had that conversation early on, and I said to him like, you have your table and I have my table, and then we bring our tables together. Like that's literally how I see it, and like we both gonna eat, and it's gonna be a bigger table. So I just feel like that's the dynamic. You should always feel like you can be able to, you know, put on his table or take off his table, but you know, have that reciprocation.
Definitely. I just really think it is important for you to like join together. Like y'all should like. I get you have like separate things that you like, but I do definitely think it's important to like join the two. Like you play the game with him sometimes too. Or, So we do want to touch base on like the LGBTQ community. Have you guys been to any like prides? Like how was that experience like?
It's good. It's fun. I mean, you know, it's ever changing, but everybody feels like it's liberation, I'm sure, when they go, no matter who you are.
Very much liberating. When I moved to Chicago, it was the first time I was getting away from my family and whatnot. I was moving to Chicago, a city where I had no family and no friends, and it was the first big city I ever lived in that had a pride and even a whole section of the city that's dedicated to the LGBT community. So I was very like liberated and wowed and awed at the whole community, and I felt very energized and inspired and ready to just be me and be myself and know that there's other people out here just living their life to the best that they can too as well. So it was I felt like, you know, if all these people can do it, you know, I can do it. I'm damn sure gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, definitely felt good.
I love that.
Felt like I could definitely take off like, you know, a shield or something and just be comfortable.
And be like, So what did you guys think? I definitely think that it shed light on the importance of knowing your sexuality.
So what are some of your guys' fears when it comes to your relationships and in regards to your sexuality? Go ahead and comment down below.
And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.